Hierdie program word geborg deur DigiCards.
Hallo daar en welkom weer by nog 'n episode van Hart en Siel in die Tuinroete. Ek moet nou eers sê dat ek is 'n verskriklike gelukkige vrou vandag, want ek sit by een van die beste ouens in my area. Brandon, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Brandon is een van die eienaars van een van die lekkerste eetplekke in Blanco area, net oor kan die straat van Fancourt. Brandon, just to start off, you've been here what, a year?
3 years.
3 years already.
3 years. We're in our 4th at the moment.
So
Yeah.
that pulls me to the idea that when you arrived here, Blanco was not the known place to start a little place like this.
No. it
What
wasn't.
happened? How did you end up here?
Oh, man, just blessings. I think we, when we were looking for premises for this business, we looked George flat. And anyone that's been around the block here knows that there are not that many. We looked and looked and looked, eventually laid the idea down because we couldn't find a premises.
Uh-huh.
And one day I was just chatting to a friend and I said, if only I found a place, maybe on the outskirts, and like a penny dropped, and I started looking in Plet and Knysna, even Mossel Bay, and eventually took a drive through Blanco, and this premises was to let. So
And just nearly fell out your car with surprise.
Correct.
And what was your journey from there? I personally, as you know, absolutely love coming here
Thank you.
because of the type of food you sell and the process that you've decided as a human being. No more bulk stuff. It's got to come fresh. It's got to come from the farmer. How did that part of it develop for you guys?
So I think that really stems from our desire to eat well as a family. We
No, you can put it down. Thank you so much. Thank you.
grab a bit of milk.
Dashay, thank you so much.
Cold is fine. Thank you.
Thank you, my darling.
Raymond Ackerman speaks about the 4 legs of the chair that without one of them the chair falls over.
I
He was
remember
referring-
that speech,
yeah,
yes,
referring
and?
to business. And I think similarly our bodies are operate in the same way, and it's mind and it's body and it's soul, and all of those things are important. And we look after our body with not only with exercise but what we put into it. And I think so that was kind of the drive behind it is wanting to eat well and eat healthily, and have that readily available for other people. We have kind of, our business has morphed just because of the nature of business, and I think it's healthy food, it's good food, and sometimes some treats as well.
Dashay, and
yeah.
man, the treats are really good here. My other question that keeps on coming back to me is, and I think that is a general question that a lot of people are asking, why is it always more expensive to want to live healthy? But that's not really true, not 100%. I've
Not
checked your
always.
prices, I've checked prices in your biggest stores, and the difference is so minute that one can't use it as an excuse, because it's like you said earlier, what we get here has everything in it. What we get from the places where it's bulk production, you don't.
Correct.
So now you have to eat more to
So
get the same.
I think it's twofold. I think so one of our values is we try and go direct to the farmer wherever possible. So that whole farm to table movement, although we don't market it very actively, that might change, but that is one of the values that we have. So if we can go direct to a farmer, which we do in many instances, so eggs is a good example, or beef is another good example. We buy directly from the farmer, from his supply chain onto our store and into your plate is one side of it. So there's a whole lot of markups in the supply chain that's cut out.
That okay,
Correct,
of
correct.
course.
The other value of ours is we try to have a value offering. So when it comes to markups and our selling prices, we spend a lot of time and pay a lot of attention to what that is. We want our customers to experience value. So to eat healthily shouldn't cost us an arm and a leg. But thank you for noticing.
Yes, I was going to ask you as the next one. Do you see a time, perhaps in the future, where that whole pendulum is going to come back to farming only? That we're going to start finding out that a lot of our food that has been processed through poisons and all sorts of stuff that we're beginning to find out, and people are getting sicker and our children are not performing like our grandparents did. one gets the feeling that that pendulum possibly could come all the way back, or is it still too early, and do you think there'll always be both?
I think that's a very interesting question and a very
Okay.
interesting topic. So I think if you look internationally, if you look at the trends internationally, they certainly are, so a place like Australia, farm to table, whole foods, less processed, they're much further along in the development of these types of holistic products than say somewhere like South Africa.
It's nearly
So it's
like
more
a
popular
change
there.
again.
Correct.
It's like a massive
where they're going
turnaround.
backwards.
Yes.
But then if you look at the States and you look at Donald Trump's latest submission,
Yeah.
and where they've actually again turned that food pyramid upside down, and they're saying, hey, processed is not the way to go. In fact, whole foods is the way to go. And so I do think there's an international trend. I do think there's a trend in South Africa as we're all learning more about our bodies and how food interacts with our bodies and how that energizes us and fuels us for our life, that actually we're paying a little bit more attention to it.
And if I see the amount of cars arriving here every day, I'm picking up that people have heard, they've tasted. I see your shelving is overflowing with different products. Are they all local, or are we bringing in from further?
So one of the values that we had when we set up the business and we started the business from a supply point of view, we look at George first and we kind
Okay.
of move out in concentric circles.
Okay.
So not all the
Depending
products,
on the need.
well, not all the products are available
Okay.
from George or even the Garden Route or the Western Cape, and in which case we then look elsewhere. So we're trying to offer a full spectrum of somebody's basket. So our goal is, and we're not there yet, but our goal is that one day you're able to walk into our store and fill up your pantry at home with goods from our store. So that's where we want to be. So recently we've added our bakery, and really it just follows the values of how we want to eat. So it's only sourdough bread. The flour that we use is from a single source farm, no pesticides. So one of our slogans is it's flour, water, salt. And
Awesome.
That's all you have
That's
in
all
our
we
bread.
need.
You don't need anything else. So you know what? Yes, you buy your bread roll here today, and tomorrow it's maybe a little bit stale. Well, then eat it today.
Exactly.
And buy another one tomorrow.
You see.
know, So that's where we're trying to go to with the business.
Just quickly while we're at it, this open area that you wanted people to
Yes.
see, what was the idea behind that?
It's fantastic. It's you have no idea how many conversations it started.
Really?
People love being able to sit and see our staff working behind there, making the products they're going to be eating. It's been a wonderfully interactive process. I'm really grateful that we did this. Yeah.
But there is a big thing happening in this town. We got a new Centrum opening soon, and I believe you are moving from here.
We're moving, yes. We are excited. It's a big step for our business. It's a massive faith step for our business, because we are only 3 years old, and we're moving into a much bigger premises. We're actually keeping this premises as well, so we're going to try and make both venues work with a slightly different offering in each of them.
Sure.
So yes, it is a big move, but it is also exciting, and we're hoping with a fresh new take on our store, with some less challenges in certain avenues, like our parking, which we're blessed to be bursting.
You've
at the
never had a
seams.
lot of parking
Correct.
here, so it's
And
always been a thing.
so hopefully those kinds
Yeah.
of changes is going to be to the benefit. Yeah.
I've got to say thank you so much for your time. We know you're busy. We know the stresses you had today with electricity and all sorts of stuff. But we can just wish you the best.
Thank you
and
so much.
may this be the way the world's going to go ahead.
Thank you so much, and thank you for the opportunity. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely our pleasure. Till the next time. En dan vir julle ouens, dankie dat julle hier was by ons. Ons gesels nog kos binnekort. Lekker dag verder. Tot 'n volgende keer. Totsiens.